Always curious to talk about alpha lipoic acid, ALA400. Andrew, this, as it's called, the universal antioxidant, you said to me that this is the kind of sister product to CoQ10, but it's kind of the lesser known product, right?
It hasn't gotten quite the same response because it doesn't play that role in energy production that CoQ10 plays. But I think as a protective compound, I really love to call it the universal protective compound more than just universal antioxidant. Because universal antioxidant is kind of a narrow definition. Universal protective compound is a much broader definition. Also, what makes our alpha lipoic acid unique is I'd say probably 99% of the alpha lipoic acid out in the world that you'll see in supplements comes from all sorts of random foreign countries, and it has all sorts of solvent levels in it that might be legally permitted, but as far as I'm concerned, are not associated with what I consider our good health. So our alpha lipoic acid comes from a very specific company in Germany that basically makes it with no residues at all. So it is as clean as any alpha lipoic acid product could be. Plus, if you're viewing this as a critically important protective compound, the last thing you want in that critically important protective compound, the last thing you want are contaminants or solvents or things like that. So what makes it, why we call it universal, is in the human body, in any sort of biological system, we have two basic environments. We have an aqueous, a water-based environment, and then we have a lipid-soluble, a more fat-based environment. Interestingly enough, most of the interior of our cells is aqueous, and the exterior of our cells, that cell membrane, is a fatty, it's a lipid bilayer. So it's almost like that fatty lipid bilayer is like a cellophane bag around the water environment in the inside of our cells. What makes alpha lipoic unique, aside from it being able to pass through the blood-brain barrier, delivering its benefits directly to our brain, but it works on the inside of our cells. It works if there are only certain areas inside our cells that are also isolated areas of lipid solubility. It could work on those. It could pass through the cell membrane. So it is happy in a lipid fat-based environment. It is happy in a water-based environment. And we all know if you take a glass of water, put some olive oil in it, you have two layers. You have a bilayer. That's a lipid bilayer. Well, you have a layer of water and a layer of oil, and the oil floats on top. You could shake it up as much as you want. It's going to settle back out and be separate. That is what alpha lipoic acid can overcome. It is not limited to moving, to transporting, to working, to delivering its benefits in either one of those environments. It can deliver its benefits everywhere. Unfortunately, very limited supply. Our alpha lipoic acid is one of those ingredients that whether it's your eyes, whether it's your brain, whether again it's your liver, it's another ingredient that's liver protective. So it's a perfect partner with so many of the other products we're talking about today. And it also comes with incredible pricing. And if you look at the cost, I could save probably 80 or 90% alpha lipoic acid by buying it from those random other countries. Right. But the only alpha lipoic acid I would put in my body is this alpha lipoic acid, as same with you.
And that's the key to everything. Andrew won't give us or create anything that he wouldn't want himself. Andrew, that's why you did it, because in the very beginning, you wanted to create products that you wanted to take, right?
No, my company did not start as a business. I had zero intent for this to be a business. I was just an athlete, and I knew there were other athletes that were more talented than me, but maybe they weren't as smart as me. So I figured if I made supplements that could enhance my recovery, that could help my body regenerate itself and benefit from my training, then perhaps I could overcome their talent abilities with my brain power. And it worked pretty well at the time.
Well, folks, we're excited to see so many people shopping and enjoying this live from Los Angeles. Special with Andrew for the course of today. Our 2, 3 today's specials are coming up, but I do want